What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is DJ, and today we're diving into some big updates for Diablo 4. I just watched the stream, got all the juicy details, and broke them down into bite-sized pieces for you. No need to sit through the whole live stream, I've got all the important info right here for you so you don't miss a thing. Let's dive in and get to the good stuff. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. You're not going to want to miss what's coming up. As we dive deeper into Diablo 4, the mid-season update for Season 6 brings a series of exciting changes, including class buffs and new updates for key passives. Whether you're a seasoned player or just getting started, there's something for everyone in this update. First up, the Barbarian class is getting a well-deserved power boost. Several of its core skills are seeing an increase in base damage, making the Barbarian even more formidable in battle. Upheaval damage increased from 100% to 120%, Hammer of the Ancients damage increased from 55 to 70%, Double Swing damage increased from 50 to 60%, and Rend's bleeding damage increased from 105 to 120%. They will also be buffing some underperforming aspects. The example they made is Battle Mad aspect, which now grants an additional 20 to 40% multiplicative damage on top of the usual. Next, the Druid class will see buffs across all key passives, adding greater depth and power to its abilities. Lupine Ferocity will have an increase from 70 to 100% critical damage increase and bonus damage to injured from 140 to 200%. One with Nature, companion bonus damage increased from 60 to 80%. As for the aspects, they use Stormchaser's aspect as an example. It will now give 30 to 50% multiplicative damage increase on top of the current effect. The Necromancer class is also receiving some noteworthy updates to basic skills, passives, and unique items. According to the Campfire chat, all Necromancer basic skills will be buffed, although the example that they use is only one, which is Decompose, and the damage increase from that will be 33 to 60%. There is also an increase in essence gain, and now this skill will scale with attack speed bonuses. As for the passive buffs, Evolution will no longer require the skill to be a crit to trigger, and is increased from 5% to 6%. For the unique items, Mordecrux, chance to spawn Skeletal Simulacrum increased from 10 to 30% to 20 to 40%. Hell from Below, corpse explosion damage increased from 30 to 50% to 50 to 90%. The Rogue class also received several buffs, particularly to its core skills and key passives. Penetrating Shot now has its damage increased from 70 to 95%, giving the Rogue even more power when taking down enemies from a distance. Flurry, a fast and deadly skill, sees its damage increase from 130 to 150%, making the Rogue's rapid strikes even more potent. And Victimize, my personal favorite, gets a damage scaling increase from 120 to 150 of vulnerable damage bonus. Precision, damage scaling increased from 15 to 20% of your critical strike damage bonus. For Sorceress players, a few key passives are being revamped, giving them more powerful effects. Combustion replaced additional 4% per unique source of burning to an additional 25% of your damage to burning enemies bonus. Avalanche replaced chance is doubled against vulnerable to damage increased by an additional 25% against vulnerable on top of the now 30% lucky hit chance to make the next skill cast no mana and deal 60% more damage. It is also mentioned that all Sorcerer's key passives will be buffed, so these two are just some of the examples that they are planning to do. Also, for the aspects, Piercing Cold fixed to pierces 10 times but now deals 4 to 10% more damage. And during this update, the Spiritborn is receiving a lot of attention. Its core skills are getting buffs that make it even stronger. These skills, according to Blizzard, are the ones that are least used. Razor Wing will now deal 75% damage, up from 50%, and will no longer have a cooldown between casts, allowing for faster and more consistent damage output. Withering Fist sees a poison damage increase from 30 to 36%, and its slow effect increased from 30 to 40%. Additionally, Sharp Withering Fist now spreads to 5 enemies, up from 3, giving Spiritborn users even more area of effect power. Rune Words also get some notable changes, offering more variety and power to players. Money Rune changed from 25 to gain 35 offering. Ahu Rune changed from 10 to gain 25 offering. In Seth, Wolf Spirits are now always unhindered. And yes, Shrines. If you've ever avoided them, you're not alone, especially that Conduit Shrine, right? But here's the twist, Shrines are getting a significant buff. They'll now deal more damage, and better yet, they'll scale with your player level and Paragon level. This means as you progress, Shrines will be much more impactful, giving you a reason to stop and actually engage with them. No more ignoring them on your way to your next fight. Moving on to events, let's start with the Mother's Blessing event. Now this one isn't exactly a challenge event, but rather an XP buff event. It's all about giving you that little extra boost to your experience gains while you're out there grinding. Nice and straightforward, no tough fights here. On the other hand, the Red Cloak Horror event is a bit more exciting. Not only does it bring the action, but it also rewards the players with some cool prizes. So if you're looking for something with both a challenge and rewards, you'll definitely want to jump into the Red Cloak Horror event. Now, both of these events don't have a specific date yet, so be on the lookout for updates as we get closer. This mid-season update brings a lot to look forward to. From significant class buffs to exciting event returns, there's plenty to dive into. Don't forget that patch 2.1 PDR is coming soon, and it'll be an opportunity to preview what's in store for Season 7. Stay tuned for further updates. And that's a wrap for today's update. I hope you're all as excited as I am for the upcoming changes. If you like the stream, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for notifications on future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next stream. Happy hunting in Sanctuary.